Well, good morning everybody, and it's about 7:30 a.m. Still in Tribune Bay. If you can believe it, it's so flat and calm in here now. I woke up at some point in the night and I thought, well, we've either run aground or we've drifted to some other calm bay. Sure nice in here when it's flat. This is when you want to be here. I think my favorite part about having crew on the trip is I don't have to do this.
I was looking forward to doing this.
So how'd you sleep?
Slept fantastically, actually. It was I was rocked to sleep by the waves of Tribune Bay.
I think we were tossed around a little bit, all of us, but
Rocked to sleep, I call it. It's amazingly calm though this morning. What a nice surprise to wake up to.
Yeah, it was good.
Lovely. Good first night on the boat.
Yeah, perfect. So how'd you sleep?
Top notch. Really nice.
Yeah. And you got your oatmeal?
I have to have my oatmeal in the morning.
Is it oatmeal or oat flakes?
Large oat flakes, raisins, and honey.
Oh.
And a bit of milk.
Yeah.
Gives me energy for most of the day.
Perfect.
I've had it for years, so I love it.
Well, don't break the habit now.
No, keeps you young. Breakfast like that.
Yeah, my dad's almost 80, so you're not going to change his habits now.
Too late. Yeah.
That's okay. You're allowed to do what you want at that age.
Absolutely. Well, the change would be a shock to my system. I don't want that.
No, good idea.
I'm quite happy where I am.
Better stick to the large oat flakes.
Yeah, large oat flakes and raisins.
Yeah. So way off in the distance there, that's Texada Island. And when I just did the trip with the kids, we were on the other side of that, going up to Desolation Sound. There's the top end of Texada. And way back there is the bottom end of it. And here's a shot of Strait of Georgia. It's like glass today. This is looking south. We just came from those islands over there. It's crazy how a large body of water like this can be so calm. It's very tranquil and relaxing, just as we make our way north. So for this trip we're going to split the costs 3 ways, and we've decided just to hang on to all the receipts. And I paid for the grocery bill the other day, so I'm just going to write my name on it. And then I was just laughing at how long this bill is. It's pretty good size. And then I just made this envelope, trip receipts. Stuff them in there and we'll sort it out later.
Loaded or unloaded, whatever.
Yeah. That's fresh cut.
Yeah, not even limped yet.
No.
How often are they taking those? You know, it's like you say, they're taking plane loads of fish out once a week.
Yeah.
Probably
Lumber.
These bones are they taking out of here? How often, you know?
We just saw this big barge go by with all these fresh cut trees. So we were just talking about how so many trees are leaving Canada raw like that, and you wonder how many trees in total go. You know, that was just one little barge. But yeah, that's what one of the resources are here, I guess. Hold on to the wheel, Dad.
Huh?
Just hold on to the wheel.
Yeah, I got it. Boy.
How's our speed?
5.3.
Yeah, it's knocking down a little now.
5.8.
There we go. Now we're in it. Now what's our speed? We just lost 3 knots of speed because of the flood happening that's coming into the Strait of Georgia. And that comes past Campbell River. And just beyond Campbell River is Seymour Narrows. So we're not even in Campbell River yet, and we've lost 3 knots. We know it's still flooding, and when it floods, it goes south. And we knew we were going to be early. At 7:02 p.m. it turns, and then it will be ebbing. So we want to be at the Narrows right at 7:02, or at 7, to get through, and then it'll be ebbing, so it'll actually start to push us after the Narrows. It'll push us northward, which is good. So we should be at Campbell River in about, probably in an hour, I guess, or so. And we're a bit early for Seymour Narrows still, which is why we decided we'll stop at the fuel dock probably. Fueled up. It closes in an hour, so that's good. It's 6 p.m. and we're on our way up to Seymour Narrows now to catch the slack at 7 p.m. So I'm guessing we're not even an hour from it. I just can't remember. I was through here years ago in 2008, and we're back on our way. So I can't remember the name of the bay we're going to tonight, but I'll just let you guys know that once we get there. Well, I'll actually, there'll be more video as we go through Seymour Narrows, I'm sure.
Oh yeah, I can just get like one of those little houses.
So we have Seymour Narrows just in front of us, and looks pretty calm. Seymour Narrows is a 5-kilometer section of the Discovery Passage in British Columbia, and it's known for its strong tidal currents. For most of the length of the Narrows, the channel is about 750 meters wide, and it can reach currents that are at speeds of 15 knots. Seymour Narrows was described by Captain George Vancouver as one of the vilest stretches of water in the world. Ripple Rock was a submerged Twin Peak mountain that lay just 9 feet below the surface of Seymour Narrows. It was a serious hazard to shipping, sinking 119 vessels and taking 114 lives. On April 5th, 1958, after 27 months of tunneling and engineer work, Ripple Rock was blown up with 1,375 tons of explosives, making it the largest commercial non-nuclear blast in North America. The event was broadcast live on Canadian television, and the footage is also regularly screened at the Campbell River Museum.
Householders and hotel keepers in the area were warned to open windows to avoid shattered glass. Tremors from the blast would be felt hundreds of miles away. As the 0 hour approached, everyone waited. Work stopped in factories and boatyards as thousands of Colombians watched and listened for the explosion that would mean an end to the menace of Seymour Narrows. Then, off went the signal rocket. And at 9:31 a.m. Pacific time, off went the top of Ripple Rock. The blast was a complete success, lowering the top of Ripple Rock to nearly 50 feet below the surface at low tide. All ships plying between West Coast ports now enjoy clear sailing. Ripple Rock, the navigator's nightmare, is gone forever.
So what did you think of Seymour Narrows?
Seymour Narrows was quite cool. I was looking forward to seeing a 13-knot current, but maybe on the way back.
I can relate going through currents or narrows the same as I relate when I'm docking the boat. If you're not bored, you're doing it wrong.
Yeah.
You don't want to have excitement going through narrows, and you don't want to have excitement when you're going to dock your boat.
Amen. Amen.
But we're through it, so that's
Absolutely.
one thing to take off the...
Sun shining on us gloriously.
Yeah.
Victoriously.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
No complaints.
Absolutely.
And we're ahead of schedule.
We are indeed ahead of schedule. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Making fantastic time.
Yeah, we're further than we'd hoped to be today. we found ourselves a nice little spot to anchor. It's called Otter Cove, and it's starting to feel remote, and that's what's exciting. I like the feeling of remoteness. No cell service here, so that's good. And super quiet. We're the only boat here, of course, because we're getting a little far north now. That's tomorrow we're going to head up that way, around that point and around the corner, and continue north, which is exciting. The winds are supposed to be northwest tomorrow. That is probably looking northwest right now, behind me. So this is good because we're on the lee side of the shore, and the bay is only exposed to southeast. So it might get a little windy, but we're not going to have any waves or anything like that to deal with. And it's about 43 feet of water that we're in, and it's a muddy bottom, so that's good. And I thought I was going to have to come in here and possibly stern tie, because if there's other boats in here it might be a little crowded, but there's no one here, so that's good. Original plan was to stay in Campbell River, but we didn't have to. And I don't know how many miles we went. I'm thinking 10 or 15 past Campbell River, but I have to actually look at the GPS and figure that out, what we did extra today. And that's good. That just knocks off more for tomorrow, because we have another long day tomorrow, and probably more motoring, unfortunately, but we want to keep heading north, so I need to keep moving. I have some deadlines I want to make for getting past certain locations, like Queen Charlotte Sound. It's open ocean there, and well, I've just given a bit away that we're going past the top of Vancouver Island. Anyways, better go make some food, and we will see you guys tomorrow.